We're starting out with a little bit of a fireside chat with Julie Davitz, planes, trains, automobiles. So we're starting with a quick fireside chat with a good friend who's been with the forum since nearly the very beginning. Julie Davitz was head of strategic philanthropy and impact investing at BNP Paribas Bank of the West for years. Previously, she helped run a major foundation, including with a focus on climate change. And she since has left her position to launch the Plus Media Solutions, who's our impact hub. So the code we've been using to then understand who are these organizations on stage, how can I take action? And so I want to have a conversation with Julie about the evolving opportunities for impact and what she's seen. As I said, today is all about hope and action, and so we're going to start out with this conversation to get us going. So Julie, please join me on the stage. Welcome. Yeah. You want to go in the middle?
You bet.
Yeah.
Hey, good morning. Thanks for getting up. It's easier when you're on New York time.
Yes. So Julie, you have been with us from nearly the beginning, and you've had this long career of impact. Tell us what you're seeing now. You've worked with investors, you've worked with philanthropy. What are you seeing now? What gives you hope? Where are we?
Yeah, believe it or not, given the news that we hear every day, there's real reason for hope. I think we're in the middle of a major shift, a major economic shift. If you think about where we were during World War II and right after World War II, our economy was booming. I mean, it was go, go, go. There were very little restrictions or regulations. Everybody was buying basic goods, a new dishwasher, a washing machine, et cetera, et cetera. Then our economy shifted really around the 80s, and we moved to this focus on luxury. But we also got Ralph Nader and Consumer Reports, and things started to be reining in a little bit. And now what we're seeing, I think, is a big, big shift, because we've got alignment which really hasn't happened in decades, of government, of consumers, and of corporations. And this alignment is around sustainability, however you want to call it, sustainability, ESG, impact. But it's happening. It may not be enough. I don't let perfect get in the way of good. But I think it's really important for us to keep that in mind. There is real reason for hope.
Yeah. Okay. So give us an example maybe that you've seen.
So, you know this better than I do, but I think that government, with the SEC and the ESG mandates.
Securities and Exchange Commission.
That's a big deal. And that is forcing corporates then to report. There's an issue of greenwashing. Yes, we know that. But again, don't let perfect get in the way of good. And a lot of corporates are recognizing that being sustainable, having some sort of environmental, social, or governance recording and emphasis in their work is actually great for their returns. So that's huge.
Yeah.
Then we've got the finance, the big finance. I mean, yes, we called out some yesterday, but there are also really good ones like Amalgamated and BNP, and we need to think about using those levers. Then consumers, this is huge, because we have just in the past 9 months alone, we've had $150 billion of consumer spending to sustainable goods. That's a great indicator. So we've got sustainable goods, we've got investors that are moving into everything from mutual funds to private equity around impact. This is all really important, and we can't lose sight of that because the train has left the station. 6 years ago when we were sitting here talking, we were pulling.
Yes.
Now consumers are pushing it.
Yeah. So it's exciting, and you're right. The Securities and Exchange Commission came out with a new rule to require climate disclosure of corporations. And even though there were previously organizations like the Carbon Disclosure Project who were really critical in getting corporations to start to do that kind of reporting, having it be to the government. That greenwashing, right, that visibility makes it much more real, and that people can, ideally, the rules make it so that it's very clear when you're comparing apples to apples, who's really doing it, who's not. And there's a lot more liability if you misrepresent what you're up to.
Right. And we could have a long conversation about measurement. I mean, we all know that these measurement issues are a problem.
Yeah.
But there are very little big movements that have gone quickly.
Yes.
So we need
Yeah.
to have some patience.
Yeah, definitely. Well, tell us, you left BNP Paribas, you founded Plus Media Solutions. Why, and kind of where are you?
So Plus Media, as some of you know, grew out of my frustration. Decades of working in impact on the for-profit and not-for-profit side, and I saw this continued gap, not just in North America, but when I was working in India and in Africa, everyone was asking me, what can I do? What can I do? And everyone is also carrying around a phone, watching all of this, great, inspiring content. And I thought, wait a second, we've got billions of people out there that want to do something. We've got to give them the tools easily. So, COVID sort of gave me the push to say, I have to do something bigger and figure out a way to bring people action, easy action. And I have to say that the forum has been an inspiration for the creation of Plus Media, because the forum is all about solutions. It's where I met Mark, Aimée. I mean, all of the people here have really helped me create this bridge from inspiration to action. And the forum does the same thing for all of us that attend.
Thank you. And so, tell us, you've now had the Impact Hub at film festivals, events. Give us an example maybe of where more recently you've had it in place, and kind of what's the vision?
Yeah. So our vision is that our Plus will be ubiquitous, and every product, every event, every impact show that you watch has our Plus that you can click or scan, and you can get your curated and vetted menu of solutions. We've had tremendous response, as you said, from films, from events. A baseline audience engagement rate success is 2%, and we're getting 56 to 70% audience engagement, which is fantastic. So if you think about something like a film like Avatar, that was the highest grossing films of all time, if we would have gotten 1% of that audience to take action on rainforests or indigenous cultures, wow.
Yes.
So that's what we're aiming for.
I love it.
We're going big.
Thank you. Thank you so much for your leadership on all of this.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You're an incredible inspiration.
Thank you.
We love the forum.
Thanks, Julie. Please join me in thanking Julie Davitz. Thank you. Thank you.